Hi, you guys. My name is Dee. This is my husband, Derek, and we are the
Debt Destroyers.
And this is going to be a rather short video. We just wanted to come to you and just talk to you about how we are in the process of refinancing our home.
You kind of late on it, but we did it though. Hey.
Yeah, yeah, but the time was now, so it's perfect. So yeah, if you wanna know more, keep watching. So, a little history. We came over to another town, which is about 30 minutes from my hometown. We came here in 2003. We bought our first home. It was a starter home, 3 bedrooms. Is it about to go off? 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Nice area. We used to love staying where we bought the starter home at. It was a great neighborhood. And then in 2005, we wanted to upgrade. We wanted a little bit more space. I really wanted a dining room, so that's when we moved into the house that we're currently in now. Yeah. So we got our home finance through our former pastor. He had a mortgage company. We got our home finance. We went to him and did all our paperwork, and we had 2 loan companies for our mortgage. One loan company did 80%, the other one did 20%, so we didn't have to pay anything down.
Always great.
Yeah.
Always great.
So, and then our interest rate was like 5.9 on the bigger loan, and on the smaller one it was like 3.89. So we never refinanced over this amount of time because we got into this home a couple of years after, 2005 to be exact. We moved here in 2005, so we've been here for 15 years and never went to have our home refinanced or anything. So now, since the interest rates are really low, we decided to see about, refinancing, kind of looking into it. And one of my friends at work told me a company to use, which is one of our credit unions. And I'm glad that we did. I didn't know that they did refinancing or mortgages at all, but I'm so glad that we went through them.
No, we should have probably refinanced years ago.
Yeah.
But hey, if you don't know, you don't know, and when you do know, you do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like we just didn't think about it.
So it's never too late.
Yeah, we had 30 years, and we just thought, okay, for the next 30 years, we're gonna be making, a house payment. We never thought about trying to get a lower interest rate until now, when the interest rates are so low. So let's go over what we have now.
And then we start listening to Dave Ramsey.
Oh yeah.
And start seeing people paying their house off in these little bit of years. Like, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, he's big about not doing a 30-year mortgage.
Like, this is
15
ridiculous.
years. Yeah.
So.
And you will if you have a mortgage for 30 years. It's like you paying double. You know. So yeah, Dave Ramsey was the one that opened our eyes to it. And I'm glad. I hate that the pandemic has gone on, but we've taken advantage of this by going and getting our house refinanced, and I'm glad. So our new interest rate, we do have that, would be 2.625.
That's good. That's great.
Yeah, that is such a huge difference.
That's low. Can you get it? Low. I was about to start jamming.
2.625 would be our new interest rate. And, since we got the house in 2005.
The rates make me dance.
Oh, gosh. Since we got the house in 2005, that means we've been here 15 years. So we have 15 more years to go. But with the refinancing, we will only have 10 years to pay this house in full.
Yep. And then we're going to knock that 10 years off. I don't know how many years, but I'm going to hit it hard, though.
Yeah, we're going to hit it hard after we pay off his truck next year. So between June and July of next year, we're going to tackle the house.
Yep. That's the point of the debt snowball. Take the debt avalanche. Don't forget about that. When the purpose of the debt snowball / avalanche is to pay one bill off, put on this bill, pay this bill, put on that bill.
Yeah, and be aggressive about it.
Yeah, and be aggressive about it.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of almost try to double our house payment So maybe we can hit 5 years. We're going to go for it.
Yeah, we're going to go for it. We're really going to buckle down and really try.
Yep.
And with the new mortgage, our payment is only going to go up about $110, $115 a month. So we're getting a lower interest rate. Plus our years have decreased by 5. So you can't beat it now. So anybody that's thinking about refinancing, just look into it. Really look into it. And if you have a good credit score, you won't have to worry about putting any money down, because we don't have to put any money down. We don't have to pay closing costs at all. The only thing we have to pay is appraisal fee, and that's $410 for somebody to come out and to appraise the house. So you can't beat that. Take advantage of those interest rates.
And hopefully, since this pandemic going on, you haven't been traveling. If you still been working, if your job still held out rather. If you still been working, you still been making your regular money. You haven't been buying anything. You've been paying your bills off. So 9 times out of 10, your credit score went up.
Yeah.
So with the credit score going up, you can get a better interest rate. Now is the time to do it.
It really is. Yeah. It really is, especially when you don't have to pay closing costs. The first house, we did have to pay closing. And I think it was 3% of our closing costs. Now, the starter home, we didn't have to pay closing because the guy was the builder and he was the lawyer. So we didn't have to pay any closing costs. But when we moved here, we had to pay 3% of the cost of our home. But this time we won't have to pay anything. So we're grateful. So take advantage of those interest rates. And then if you're dealing with a credit union, I would suggest that be the first place you go if they do the mortgage loans, because they're really good. They're really good. All you have to do is be a member. The name of the credit union that we're referring to is Utilities Employees Credit Union, which is in another state. It's in Pennsylvania. Easy setup to become a member. You just open up an account, and everything is just so simple. You can do it by phone. They'll send you the paperwork. You sign it, send it back to them. It's very simple. But it's a very simple process. In order to get Derek added onto the checking, because you have to have a checking account, and Derek was on the savings. They emailed him the form, the document. He signed it. Then once he signed it, I got some type of email in response to it authorizing him to be added. So he was added onto the account, and then he became a member of the credit union under the checking account. So it was a very simple process.
Trying to keep away from them checks. Okay.
It was the checking account.
Yeah.
But you was on the savings. He was just listed as the beneficiary on the checking. So yeah, we had to get him as a member. You have to be a member. So now that he's a member, the paperwork we've already completed, sent in, and you have to send in tons of paperwork. So get ready. But it is worth it though, because we knocked 5 years off our home.
It was a fast refinancing process too.
Yeah, so are we waiting on?
Go ahead.
Oh, you mean like the very first part of the application and stuff? Yeah, it was fast. All we're waiting on now is for somebody to come out and appraise the home. So yeah, and it was just that simple. So it is worth looking into, even if you decide not to. Like if you already have a real good interest rate and it's not gonna, make too big of a difference, then I guess there's no need for you to do it. But in our case, it helped. It really helped. And another thing that helped is our credit scores. We talked about credit scores, raising your credit score in the past, and that's real talk. That's what we know from experience. You pay your bills.
Holyfield.
Yeah, you pay your bills, and you pay them on time. That helps your credit score. So now both of ours is well over 800. So, so she told us, whatever y'all want to do.
Whatever.
Yeah, she said whatever y'all want to do is.
Whatsoever. Whatsoever.
So she said whatever we want to do was fine because of our credit score. So yeah, you got to work on your credit score, work on your credit, pay your bills, pay them on time. Don't be overwhelmed in debt. We weren't overwhelmed in debt, but we just had a lot of it. We paid our bill, always paid our bills, paid them on time, because I hate paying late fees. But pay stuff off. That's what we're trying to do now. We want to pay some things off. So yeah. So
we had a problem with debt management.
Yeah.
And bill management and getting things and buying stuff imagine the right way.
Yeah, just buying stuff just because we could. You know, that's not always good. You want to live comfortable just in case something happens. Because look what happened this year, a pandemic. Luckily and thankfully and prayerfully, you know, we managed to not be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not be hurt by what's going on, you know, as far as finances. You know, financially, we're not hurt by anything, but, you know, it just happened as soon as we decided we was going to start paying our bills off. But everything works out for the good. So, and we know that and we believe it. So we just want to come to you and let you know that, yes, we are in the process of refinancing our home at a very cheap interest rate, 2.625. So every time I say that, you're going to do that. 2.625%. And we just pay $100, $114, $115 more, but we're knocking off 5 years. Less interest. I mean, no money up front other than appraisal fee. So we encourage you to look into it. Start with a credit union. Start there, because it's really worth it.
Good advice, boo boo.
Yeah, I do what I can do, you know. Just share the love. Yep. So we thank you all for tuning in. We thank you for all the encouragement, the motivation. Shout out to Megan from Her Courage to Plan. I knew it was some words. Megan from Her Courage to Plan. We thank you. Thank you for all the shout outs. And of course, Long Run with Joel and Christy. We thank you as well. We thank you for the shout outs. And Rochelle. We just love you all. We appreciate all the love and support. We thank you. And we'll see you in our next video.
Yes.
Bye.